NLP techniques. How to use neuro-linguistic programming to change your mindset. We, humankind, are always trying to find a way to improve the quality of our life. Now, in a time filled with uncertainty, stress and anxiety, people are drawn to neuro-linguistic programming as a method to help them achieve their goals and level up their overall well-being. What is NLP? NLP, or Neuro-Linguistic Programming, is described as a method of altering someone's attitudes and beliefs to help them achieve their intended goals. It is based on language processing and uses cognitive, behavioral, and communication strategies to help people alter their perspectives and actions. The term NLP became popular in the 1970s. It was made famous by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, who believed that it is possible to study successful people's cognitive and behavioral patterns and teach those patterns to other individuals. Despite the lack of empirical proof, NLP exploded in popularity. It was partly due to its adaptability in resolving many problems people face. Bandler and Grinder even succeeded in releasing 2 books about NLP called The Structure of Magic 1 and 2. How does NLP work? NLP is based on the idea that the mind operates using an internal map we built based on the inputs we get from our senses. This means we make that internal map based on what we see, hear, touch, taste, etc. This map then becomes our tool in viewing this world and the reality we face every day. With NLP, we can detect and change our views on reality, resulting in removing any unconscious biases or limiting beliefs. Some people may see NLP as hypnotherapy, but it is actually not. Unlike hypnotherapy, it works using the conscious mind. It uses the power of language as a tool to modify someone's thoughts and behavior. When we talk about NLP, one crucial thing that needs to be highlighted here is the preferred representational system, also known as PRS. Bandler and Grinder define PRS as a tool to help us identify someone's consciousness. It indicates what type of internal consciousness someone brings into awareness. Thus, an NLP practitioner will use PRS as a base for the therapy, which usually includes building a rapport, gathering any needed information, and setting up the goal together with the client. Techniques in NLP. NLP is applicable in a broad range of practices. Therefore, NLP practitioners may use different techniques based on the situations they face. The 4 most popular techniques in NLP are anchoring, rapport, swish pattern, and visual kinesthetic dissociation, VKD. In anchoring, a practitioner will use the client's sensory experience to trigger a certain kind of emotional state. In rapport, a practitioner will use empathy to tune in to the client and improve their communication method. With the swish pattern, a practitioner focuses on changing the client's behavior and thoughts to produce the desired results. Lastly, with VKD, as the name implies, a practitioner will try to dissociate the client from his or her negative thoughts and feelings. Can NLP help me deal with my limiting beliefs, stress, and anxiety? With more people talking about mental health than ever before, many of us consciously seek methods to help us solve several problems. These problems range from changing our limiting beliefs and overcoming our anxiety to tackling our stress in daily life. From all the methods available out there, NLP is one of them. Limiting beliefs are defined as our decisions on how we see ourselves and our reality that limits how we do things in our lives. Those limitations will affect our actions to the opportunities around us. After all, those limitations only exist in our heads. Unfortunately, we often forget this and choose to see those limitations as indisputable facts. Thus, with NLP, we try to focus ourselves to question those limiting beliefs and remove those limitations from our perspectives. There is a language pattern in NLP called universal quantifier. Universal quantifier comes in the form of words like always and never. People say things like, "I always lose," or "My parents never care." Those examples clearly indicate limiting beliefs. By using the NLP method here, we can start questioning those beliefs. The key here is to find the counter-arguments so we can change our view on those limiting beliefs. This way we can always train ourselves to move forward. Next, we move on to how do we use NLP to overcome our anxiety. Anxiety is usually caused by a memory related to your past trauma. Bandler discovered this method called fast trauma process to help you cope with your past trauma. What you can do here is identify what kind of situation caused your anxiety. You can then imagine going back to that situation. Instead of being inside the situation, you position yourself as a viewer of this situation this time. This will help you to dissociate from that situation, thereby gradually reducing your anxiety. The dissociation technique also works in solving your stress. There is a quick exercise in NLP to help you dissolve your stress. Imagine there is a screen in front of you that shields you from stressful things. This will help you think that the stress is actually not happening inside of you, but in front of you instead. Final words. NLP has grown in popularity over the years. This success may be attributed to the fact that both NLP practitioners and non-practitioners can use it in a wide range of areas and circumstances. NLP has been praised as beneficial to those struggling with self-esteem, as well as those trying to improve their behavior or gain a deeper understanding of themselves. Many business mentors use it for their clients as well. If you want to use NLP techniques to help your limiting beliefs, stress and anxiety, check out Richard Bandler's book, The Ultimate Introduction to NLP. The methods mentioned above are just examples of many NLP techniques available out there.